Okay, good morning guys. Welcome to your practice today. So we're going to start the day off right and awaken and energize our body, generating strength, heat, blood flow. So we'll be working mainly the posterior chain of the body today, as well as some balancing postures in there. You do need 2 blocks. These just act as arm extenders, so bringing the ground closer to you so that you can refine and fine tune your movement without kind of wobbling or falling out of any postures. And I'll see you guys on the mat in a second. Okay, let's begin on our back body. Bringing the soles of the feet mat distance apart, dropping yourself down, and bringing one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Knock the knees in towards one another. And let's take a soft inhale down into the belly, up into the lungs, chest. And a seamless, smooth exhale, chest, belly. Now lengthening the inhale to the count of 4 for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. And exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. And exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Smooth inhale down into the belly, expanding up into the chest, front, back, side, ribs. Pause. Extra sip of air. And smooth exhale out the mouth. Nice work. So just maintain a smooth breath, reminding yourself to breathe throughout the practice. And then we'll drop the knees over to the left. Soften the hips, the shoulders, the face. And then drop the hips and the knees over to the right. Soften the hips, the shoulders, the jaw. Then bringing the knees through center, bring the feet hip distance apart this time. We'll get right into it. And then drawing the right knee in towards the chest. Extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. Just point and flex the foot a few times and then bend the knee back down. So do this a few times, extending at the knee, point and flex, and then bending the knee. Again, bending the knee. So starting to awaken the hamstring, the calf, the feet. Last one will bend the knee and then re-straighten the right leg. Here we're going to flex the foot, so toes towards the face, and start to feel the back of the calf, the back of the hamstring, and ground down the femur bone, so the right joint into the hip socket. So feeling the right side of the hip heavy. And then point the toes. This time you should feel the tops of the shins. You can even engage the quads slightly. And again, we'll flex the foot and then we'll point the toes. Bringing back to kind of a neutral foot, we'll start some ankle circles. So start them slow. If the foot moves quickly through one area, see if you can try to make it a little bit more controlled and seamless, reverse directions. Nice work. And then keeping the legs straight, we're going to extend the arms overhead. So opening up through the lats, the side body, and keep the hips planted onto the ground. Fire up this right leg even more, pointing at the toes, drawing the navel slightly in towards the spine and lower the leg 1/3. Pause. Lower the leg 1/3. And then just hover the foot. You can press into the left foot to help stabilize, and then zip and fire the leg back up towards the sky. Nice. Again, lower 1/3, 1/3. That's 2/3. And then all the way down. Fire the leg up, zip it back up to the sky. We'll do it one more time. Drop the leg 1/3, 2/3, navel into spine, all the way to the hover, and then fire it back up to the ceiling. Release the right foot down, and windshield wiper the legs to the left, and then to the right. So you should notice the difference between both sides. Right leg probably feels a bit longer, stronger, more awakened. And then draw the left leg in towards the chest. Again, we will bend and straighten the leg, flex and point the foot. Bend, starting to awaken, aliven. Breathing into the leg so we get that nice blood flow, oxygen. Feeling into the body. And we'll do one more, bend and straighten the leg. And then moving into our ankle rotations. Moving controlled in one direction. And then reverse directions. Pause. Again, extending the arms up overhead. So you can, rather than having floppy arms, you can kind of reach behind you as well. Keeping the tailbone planted firmly onto the ground, gentle navel drawing in towards the spine. Fire up that quad, point the toes, we'll lower 1/3. Feel how this shifts the body at all. 2/3. Into the hover, drawing in around the waist, and then fire it up to the sky. You can have a nice micro bend. We'll lower 1/3, 2/3, and into the hover. So if you have tight hamstrings, don't worry if you have a little bit of a bend in the knee, that's completely fine. Or if you have a big bend in the knee, lower 1/3, 2/3, into the hover, and then fire it up towards the sky. Bring the left foot down to the ground. Again, we'll windshield wiper the legs to the left. And then over to the right. Coming back through center, bringing the feet hip distance apart again, this time pressing down into the four pads of the feet, so inner outer corners. Press down onto the feet, lift the hips up, firing up at the glutes, and then lower all the way back down, okay? We're gonna draw the knees in towards the chest and take our fists. We're just going to start to hammer against our quads, the sides of the legs, the glutes. You can use your hands, you can give like a nice massage. And then we're gonna set up just exactly as we just did. So feet hip distance apart, press down into the feet, lift, lengthen, and squeeze. So hopefully you're feeling a bit more energy, activation after we awakened the legs there. So we're gonna do some hip dips. We're gonna lower halfway down, press into the feet, lift, lengthen, and squeeze. 10 of these, lower, lift, lengthen, squeeze. Stay connected to your body and where your body is connected to the mat. Pressing the floor away from you. We are gonna do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time lifting the heels so the hips are still lifted. 10 heel raises. So lift and lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay lifted. We're gonna walk the left foot half an inch in towards us, the right foot half a foot forward. So it's a staggered stance. Keep the hips lifted and then draw the heels back. So we're activating the hamstrings here just for 3, 2, 1, and then switching stance, right foot in, left foot just slightly ahead of the right foot. Hips lifted, lengthen, draw the heels back for 3, 2, 1. And then lower the hips down, draw the knees into the chest, take a little rock from side to side. Nice work. Crossing at the ankles, we'll roll up into a seated position, just taking the right foot above the left knee. So into the figure 4, and we will rock side to side. So let's focus on getting into that right glute. So it's kind of like a cat rubbing itself against a post or a side of a couch. So getting into that right glute, you'll feel where you need it the most. So it's a bit of a self-massage technique. And then switching sides, left foot across the right. And you can rock side to side to begin with. And then start to rub up against the mat. Nice work. So getting the glutes on board this morning. Release the left foot. This time we're going to move on to our all fours position, cross at the ankles and rolling over. So take yourself through a few either barrel rolls or cat cows so you'll know what feels better, what you need. Where you need that energy, awakening, movement. And then into stillness. So in our all fours position, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, we'll extend the right toes out, keeping the toes tucked. Engage the right glute, fire up all the way through the quad, calf to the toes, and then lift the leg up off the ground, navel gently drawing in towards the spine. Release the right knee, and then left side extends, okay? So we're gonna move through this a few times. So let's engage the glute, and then like you're reaching the leg out towards something. Try to keep the hip from lifting up. So let's just do these moving back and forth. We'll do another 5. 3, really extending. 2. Last one, we'll pause in stillness and gentle baby pulses, just about a 1/2 inch skywards. So we're gonna do 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, switch sides, left leg, extend, baby pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Next time we're gonna add on here, we're gonna extend the right leg and the left arm at the same time. Release, switching left leg, right arm. So doing this still crawl, keep moving side to side. Gonna have a nice micro bend as you switch sides. Let's do 5 more. Remembering to extend through the arm and the leg, the glute this time. 3, 2, 1, and pause. This time we're gonna do 10 pulses with the arm and the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, and release. Switch sides. Baby pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Tuck the toes. Let's send it back to the downward facing dog. Stillness in the down dog. Release the head heavy like a coconut. And then generously bending the right knee, extend the left heel down. Switch. Switch. And switch. Shift forward into the high plank. Lower the knees, Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering down. Breathe in, rolling the shoulder blades back into the cobra. And exhale, release down.
This time, bringing the hands down to the low ribs, we're going to hover them off the ground. Pressing the pubic bone down into the ground, engage the quads, tops of the feet press into the earth, and then lift your chest, shoulders up, hovering the hands off the ground. Lower back down to touchdown. Let's do that again. Breathe in, lift and hover, so engaging the back body, muscles, lower back down. This time we're going to add on the hovering the legs. So really fire, zip up the legs, lift into the hover for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. We'll do one more. Breathe in, lift the legs, hands in the hover for 3, 2, 1. Lower. Breathe in this time, pressing the hands into the ground. We'll do the up dog or the cobra, whatever you feel like you'd like to do. And then pressing through either all fours into the downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift the heels high. Exhale, bend the knees, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Let's flow 4 times, just the half flow. So breathe in, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, touch down to the ground. Inhale, lift. Breathing in, belly, chest, full expansion. Exhale, let it out. Breathe in. You can be really audible because you're probably by yourself or with like 2 other people. And exhale. 2 more. Breathe in. Inhale, reach, extend. Exhale, let it out. Last one. Breathe in. And exhale to fold. Walking the hands to the blocks. So if you don't have them, just bring them underneath the shoulders. I'm going to walk them back a little bit. And just so you're in this rectangle pose. So the blocks are here to support you. So pressing firmly down into the blocks. And then we're going to lift the right leg just as high as feels comfortable. And then fire up the quad, pointing to the toes. Again, pressing into the shoulders and start to reach out of the crown of the head long. Bend the knee and step it beside the left foot. You can have a slight bend in the knees, and then we're going to switch sides. So left leg extends, same thing, keeping the chest broad, reaching the crown of the head forward as you extend the left heel back. Switching sides, so we'll do this in more of a flow now. So switching left to right. And then when you plant the left foot down the next time, extend the right and pause, okay? So from here, let's open up the right hip just so we can feel what it feels like. And then square it back down. Engaging at the glutes, let's come high onto the fingertips. And then maybe bringing one hand to heart center. Maybe bringing the other hand to heart center. So start to test out the balance. You can bring the hands back down to reset at any time. Bring the hands to heart center. Maybe extending them forward into the full warrior 3. We're going to hold for 3, 2, and 1. Release the right leg. Bend the knees. You can come into a squat if that feels nice. Whatever you need to do to reset. And then restarting the legs. Let's switch sides. So, ground down into the right foot. Extend the left leg back. Using the blocks while you have them. Reaching the chest forward. Navel into spine. Keeping the left hip squared down. Feel the right foot glued against the mat. Maybe take one hand off. Maybe take the other hand off. So using the full body as one system. We're not relying on just one area. Maybe extend the arms forward. For 3, 2, and 1. Smooth release.
Take a squat, whatever you need to. Nice work. And then re-straighten the legs, dropping into a fold. Shake the head like a coconut, heavy. Let it out. 2 more breaths. Now just bringing the blocks off to the side, we're going to step the right leg back, release the right knee down. Bring the right foot in towards the glute to get a bit of a quad stretch. Option to take the right hand, reaching it around, drawing the foot in towards the glute. And release. Keeping the right toes tucked, lift the knee, step forward, and switch left leg back. Release the left knee down. Bending at the left foot. Option to grab hold. Drawing the foot in toward the quad. Breath down into the legs, the glutes, and release. Move the blocks out of the way. Bring the knees mat distance apart, and we'll sink back into a child's pose. So take 4 breaths to soften. And then shifting forward on to all fours, we'll take the right knee to the right wrist, coming into your variation of pigeon, just for 3 to 4 breaths. So you can drop into sleeping pigeon. If you have any glute, hamstring, knee issues, use the block underneath the glute. Slowly start to walk up, switching sides. Left knee, left wrist. Sleeping pigeon. Breathe, soften, and let go. And then slowly walking ourselves up, rolling over onto the left glute, swing the legs around, drawing the knees into the chest as you roll onto the back body, and dropping the knees to the left. And then drop the knees to the right. Coming back into center, knees to the chest. And then extending the legs out long. One hand to heart, one hand to belly. Drawing back into your center. Feeling the body from the soles of the feet, the ankles, the calves, kneecaps, quads and hamstrings, the hips, the belly, the chest and shoulders, the neck, the face and the back of the head, to the crown of the head. Smooth breath in, feeling the body entire as a whole. Exhale, soften through the mouth. And take as much time as you need here. When you're ready, rolling over onto one side. And then pressing yourself up into a seated position. Feel the sit bones grounded, lift up a little taller through the crown of the head, and bring the hands to heart center. Thank you guys for practicing this morning. I hope you enjoyed that class, and I will see you tomorrow.